everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Nurse Patience. In today's video, we'll be talking about 5 mistakes women make when calculating fertile period. First, what is fertile period? Fertile period is that period with which if a woman should have unprotected sexual intercourse, her possibility of becoming pregnant is very high. And why is the knowledge of fertile period very important? It is important because for couples who are trying to conceive, if this period is properly utilized, it will lead to conception for these individuals. What are those 5 mistakes women make in calculating fertile period? One of it is they take the first day of bleeding to be the last day of the menses. What do I mean by that? First day of bleeding, the standard is the first day you start seeing your menses that's the first day you start bleeding, is the first day of your cycle. But most women do it the other way around, and when you are doing it the other way around, the result is already altered, and it is wrong because you would not be able to get the right result when you go by this approach. So taking your first day of bleeding as your first day of menses is actually the correct way of calculating your cycle and also helping you to know when you'll be fertile. The second mistake women make is most women think they ovulate on day 14. Day 14 is only meant for women who have the cycle length of 28 days, and so it does not work for every woman. So you having a 29, a 30 day, or even 33 down to 35, because the average length of a cycle is from day 25 to day 35, which is the standard for every woman out there. It is the normal one for those who have a normal cycle. And when you are having a cycle of greater than this 28-day cycle, you do not expect to be ovulating on day 14, as if you take that as a perception that okay, because this is the standard or averagely most women ovulate on day 14, I too should be part of those categories that ovulate on day 14. It is wrong, and when you are doing that, you won't get your calculations right. So I urge you, if you are watching this video and you don't know the day you ovulate, please go to the same YouTube channel. I'll be dropping a link for that particular video that we have made on this channel for you to watch how to calculate your menstrual cycle and your ovulation day correctly on this channel. The third mistake women do is they tend to add a few days to the day in which they start seeing their menses. Yes, there are a lot of women who, if you go the community, I actually worked as a community health nurse for a particular project, and it was a project on maternal and child health sensitization. So I got to interact with some group of women, and I asked them, because it was supposed to be like a family planning sensitization for women, middle-aged women, and also women in their reproductive age. And you need to know their knowledge about some of these dates and about their menses with their reproductive life generally. So I tend to get some of them involved in some conversations, and what they were saying was, after they start seeing their period, let's say those that bleed for 3 days, they tend to add like a few extra days to it, 2 to 3 days. Okay, why this is wrong is for those who have a shorter cycle, let's say for those who have a cycle of 25 days, immediately after you start doing some of those things, your calculations will be totally altered, because you won't be getting it right the way you should. Yes, so it is important that you have a sound knowledge about your ovulation and about your average cycle length. At least you should have observed your cycle for a period of 3 months. This would, for someone who have a regular cycle, if you can observe for 3 months, this will do you a whole lot of good. So the fourth point is not consider ovulation according to calendar. What do I mean by that? Most women think, okay, today for this month I started seeing my period on the day 5th. That's 5th of February. Then I'll be expecting my next period on the 5th of March. It does not work that way. Know what works for you. Do your calculation properly. If you are to go by calendar dates for your menses, you'd always get it wrong, and you'd always get embarrassed if you don't do your calculations properly, because sometimes individuals who do not calculate their menses accurately, they don't go out with tampons or pads during the period with which this bleeding would start. And having good knowledge, I keep stressing the need of having good knowledge about ovulation and your menstrual cycle is very important, and it is paramount in the life of every woman. So you need to know, which day am I ovulating? When is my next cycle supposed to begin? So you need to know all those things, and do not take calendar dates for the date your period will be starting for the next time. It is wrong, and you will always not get it wrong right. Most times these things happen as coincidence. Let's say I saw my period on the 5th of January, then I'll be expecting to see it on the 5th of February. Most times it might not come that way. It might be 2 days earlier, or it might be 2 days late. That's for somebody who have a regular cycle. So know your cycle very well to be able to know when you are ovulating. Then with the knowledge of your ovulation, you would be able to invest properly in sexual intercourse if you are trying to conceive. This video was made specifically because of the observation of things I've seen in the community. So many people do not go telling you about some of these things, but there are actually a lot of people that make mistakes. Some of these mistakes in which I've outlined here, you watching it might not be guilty of it, but there are some other people that are actually guilty of it. Last point I'll be talking about is, do not be frightened when you notice that you do not see your period in a particular month. Why am I saying this? This goes specifically to those who have a long cycle, and on the contrary, for those who have a short cycle, they might actually get to see their period 2 times in a month. What do I mean by that? If, say for example, I have an average cycle length of 25 days, I would be expecting my period. Let's say I started bleeding on the 1st of January and my cycle is for 25 days. On the 26th of January, I should be expecting the next period. So this is very important. You need to have this knowledge handy to avoid making some of those mistakes. If you are watching this video and you are not sure of how to calculate your menstrual cycle and to know the ovulation dates properly, to be able to differentiate which day is safe for sexual intercourse and which day is unsafe for sexual intercourse, please kindly go to the same channel and watch my video on how to calculate safe and unsafe period, and also how to calculate your menstrual cycle, as this will help you. I hope this video have been helpful to you. Please kindly hit the like button on this video, drop comments. For those who want videos to be made, video suggestion, you can actually do that at the comment section. If you are yet to subscribe, please kindly hit the subscribe button. Thank you.